On your Wednesday morning. Hey, you're halfway through the work week. Let's go. Glad you're with us. Thank you for having us on your radio. Thank you for listening at our website, Q92radio.com. And thank you if you are now watching. Just went live on Q92's Facebook, YouTube, and X pages like we do every morning. Q92 Radio on Facebook and YouTube at Q92 on X. See the live screen. Feel free to watch along, interact with us throughout the next 3 hours. So glad you guys are with us. And this hour, another chance to become a finalist for our Mother's Day contest, the Tory Burch Bag with the train tickets, the $250 spa package, the Seven Wonders Aesthetic Spa in Jackson, and the flowers from D-Hops. They get given away tomorrow morning. This is your last day to become a finalist. We already hooked up Amanda from Massillon in the 6 o'clock hour. We're hitting that queue to call again in the 7 o'clock hour, and we're getting one more finalist from the morning show on the live video feed at the very end, like we do every day for your included contest. You're going to have to go over to the live video feed. You can do it right now. Why wait? Click the like button. And what are we putting in the comment section today?
Today, since it's our very last day, I'm just going to have you write Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day. Put it in there.
You can pretty it up if you want. You can put some flowers or hearts or whatever.
Grapefruit emoji. Just put it in there and let's go. Do it now. What are you waiting for? Again, this is the last day to become a finalist. Your last chance is with us, with Nicolina, and with Ryan this afternoon. So get on it. Do it now. Good luck to you. Good luck to you if you're a finalist, because tomorrow morning we're making one phone call at 8 o'clock, making someone really happy for Mother's Day. So that's what's going on this morning, but that's not all. 8 o'clock hour is a big hour. We got Breaking Benjamin Stain tickets to give away. It's a Your Call Wednesday, and Rich Desrosiers from the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And the 9 o'clock hour on 9:15, we're going to be joined by our friends from CSE Federal Credit Union. We're going to be talking with them for a little bit here today. Looking forward to them stopping in to say hello. So we have all that for you. Our phone number is 330-450-9292. Our text line is 330-269-9292. Thank you guys again for having us on. Let's go through a couple texts here. It's 708. Student teacher girly checking in. Good morning. Tomorrow's my last day, then college graduation from Akron on Friday. Go Zips. Yeah.
Aw, congratulations.
The Knott daughter is going to Akron in the fall after she graduates. So I hope you had a good time. Hope you have good things to say about Akron, because that's where she'll be. Too late now. Good morning from Transport Mel. It's only Wednesday. I hear you, but I don't know. I feel good.
You know what? It's Wednesday. Today's going to be awesome. Tomorrow's not going to be great. But after that, it's smooth sailing, you guys. Have you looked at the forecast? We're going to be in the 70s and 80s.
That's it. I told you, we don't have spring or fall. It's like a week.
Yeah.
We have a week of fall, a week of summer.
It's real
week
short.
of spring.
Real short.
It's like, who wants summer? Who wants winter? It's different than when I was a kid, or maybe I'm remembering it wrong. I sometimes wonder that. Do I remember it wrong? You know what I mean?
I don't think so, because I've had the same thought. I feel like we had like more defined seasons when I was younger.
Like there was a fall, and it lasted for a while.
Yeah, like 6 weeks.
Yeah, there was like 50s and 40s, but like
consistently for a while before it.
In the spring there was 60s for a while. And
I feel like winter
50s.
doesn't really hit here in Ohio until like maybe the end of December.
I feel like it doesn't even really truly change permanently till like after Halloween now. Like permanently. I mean, because the only reason I used a base on is like calling football games around here every fall, and I'm still in shorts.
Yes, and I remember trick or treating in my winter coat.
I thought I was in a hoodie and shorts when we took Jimmy trick or treating this year.
I know, that's what I'm saying. The contrast. Like I remember when I was younger, a couple times we went trick or treating and it was snowing.
Crazy. Someone has with a joke here. A skeleton walks into a bar and says, "Hey bartender, I'll have one beer and a mop." Mustache Master checking in halfway through the week. Let's go. Happy foggy hump day. The Pez guy checking in.
It is, but you know what I love driving in? The farm fields with the fog rolling over them. Like they're so pretty.
You know what I hear when I see fog?
Oh my god!
Like what's out there?
With the little lambs that are out there grazing in the field and the horses.
Speaking of, and I know we're getting close to doing what we always do. Yesterday I was driving in. I'm on Beeson, right? Coming down to turn onto the radio, the street the radio stations are on. 2 teenage deer just running right beside my car on the right, down Beeson as if they're heading a Circle K.
Hold on. How do we know that they're teenagers?
Because you can just tell how old they were. They weren't babies, but they weren't adults. for teenagers.
Okay.
And they're running down like they know, like they're with me. Like, let's go, Christian. I'm like, all right. So that was like, that's weird. Normally, like they see me and they run away. They're just running with me down the road, with me.
Maybe they're hoping
As
you
if
get
I'm
them a
their
Red
mother.
Bull.
I turn left. I go down. I'm coming down by that business in front of us. Here comes a rabbit. Darts out in front of me. I got to slam on my brakes. I'm like, okay. Deer, check. Rabbit, check. Pull into the station. Park my car. Go to get out. What sprints right by me? A black cat.
I had a black and a white cat. Like
Sprints.
two different cats. They were chasing each other like right in front of me when I pulled in this morning. Did you get the videos I sent you last night, by the way?
No. Videos of what?
On TikTok.
Oh, on TikTok? Then probably not. But yeah, I was
You'll have
like,
to check them on the break because I think you should need to start doing this.
I felt like Noah. I was like collecting all the animals for the boat. I was like, what's happening?
I know this has to do with animals. That's why it jogged my memory.
Here, let me go to mine. But hold on.
My Lord, it's taking. And you're always on TikTok.
I don't have anything from you.
Go to your messages.
I am in my inbox. I swear to God, I have nothing from you. Someone sent me a bird video.
That's me.
That's the name of your TikTok?
Yeah, it's.
Well, then how am I supposed to know
It's
that's
really
you?
the only way that I'm on there. My kids started that account like 4 years ago.
Well, no, I had no idea that was you.
Yeah.
It's
Dude,
a
look at
man's
him.
name.
You've sent me stuff before.
I feel like your name comes up.
No.
Or at least I see your face or your picture.
No, you don't.
All right. That's crazy.
You need to start making those videos though.
That's mind-blowing. If that's you. I had no idea. I thought you were just a listener always sending me stuff.
Which would explain why you never respond to me.
Yeah, all checks out now, doesn't it?
It does.
Kendrick Lamar.
No, not as bad.
This is Luther on Q92.
If this was
Nothing but sunshine. I mean, it's fantastic. I mean, this is car show weather.
Why is Jake laughing at me?
I'm not.
What are you laughing at?
I don't even know. I'm good.
Are you?
Yeah.
All right. So you either are stoic and hate everything, or you're laughing, but you don't know what at.
No, I got nothing.
I look over at the video and he's like, and then he just starts laughing. I'm like,
Is there
what
a
did
funny
I just
video?
do?
You're watching a funny video?
No, I'm just watching the stream. I have nothing on my computer.
Oh,
Lord,
boy.
man.
Amy said he hit that pen again.
Hit the pen, or he's doing shrooms while
I don't know
songs
what he's
are
doing
playing.
over there.
Unbelievable. And you're going with the hoodie today, huh?
Yeah, it's cold, bro.
Are you on acid?
What is happening?
Have you-
said, I'm afraid
have
of
you
him.
have you taken pills?
No, I promise.
What is happening?
Nothing. I don't know.
Take us on your journey. Where we're willing to go with you.
There's no journey. I don't know. I was really tired. I stayed up late last night.
Doing what?
I've been working on this side project for this YouTuber that I've been editing for, and it's caused a couple of stresses throughout the week. And then I just was super tired today, and I don't know. Just right now, I just
become slap happy.
I guess so.
So you were just laughing literally at nothing.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm glad. I don't even know what the hell to say. I don't. All right. Jake, everybody. That's Jake. He'll be at the car show tonight, maybe. He can find his way there. You might have to tell him he's there. 722 right here on today's Hit Music Q92. Christian, Lauren, Jake here with you on your radio, streaming at Q92radio.com, and of course live now on Facebook, YouTube, and X. Head on over, click the like button, and put Happy Mother's Day in the comments section. That way you'll be entered for a chance to become our final stream finalist before we get out of here today for our Mother's Day contest. We're hitting the queue to call for it later on this hour as well. 8 o'clock hour, Your Call Wednesday. 8 o'clock hour, Rich DeRosier. 8 o'clock hour, Breaking Benjamin and Stain tickets to give away. 9 o'clock hour, our friends from CSE Federal Credit Union going to be here with us. A couple texts real quick. DJ Dinger, Lil Miss K, and Sebastian checking in. Hope y'all have a wonderful day.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning from Payroll Girl. Good morning, Payroll Girl. Good morning from Netflix Binge Girl. Good morning to you. Christian, you're that guy that wears shorts in January with a hoodie? Yeah,
yep,
absolutely.
Sure does.
Absolutely. Well documented. A lot of guys at this radio station do.
Oh, you and Keller, I feel like, are the big offenders, like when it comes to that.
Yeah, I got no problem, man. If it's in the 30s, that don't bother me. I'm in my car right here.
I
I'm in the
feel
building.
like Sam's going to be that guy, too.
Probably.
Yeah.
Jake, you ever do the shorts hoodie in the winter?
Yeah, but not so often.
Not so often?
Yeah, I was going to say, you wear joggers
Yeah,
and
I like
stuff.
sweatpants.
Cat Lady and her mom checking in. Have a great day. Mother of Cats checking in. Good luck to the 5th graders at Westgate Middle School on their last day of state testing.
Oh, come on, guys. You got this.
I was at that dinner yesterday for graduation.
Oh, that's right. Potluck.
It was a potluck. Well, some people did it right. There was roast beef. There was fried chicken.
See, I told you, from a place.
From a place.
Yeah, that's what you go to.
Yeah, I was like, okay, all right. Now I had some pasta. Some people made pasta and meatballs. I was like, damn, this is like my funeral food here. Let's go. And then some parents were like, we're leaving before they start talking. I was like, why? What? Huh? And then the guy's like, we're going to get going. I was like, oh.
There's a presentation.
And they left. We were the only ones left at our table. I was like, oh. And they were just going over. And they got some rules for graduation.
Of course they do. Can you imagine? It would be like mass anarchy if they did it.
It was funny because I listened to the principal talk. I don't know who he is because I'm not familiar with Ursuline other than I know what it is, where it is. I have no, you know what I mean? But it was funny because the principal's talking. It was just funny. He'd be like, we're going to talk about this. He'd go to his like assistants. Do you want to tell him? I'm like, you're me. You kind of know what's going on, but you don't really.
Right. You want somebody else to handle it.
I was like, you're me. I love it.
Yeah.
But like, they have these
you do that
rules.
to me all the time too. If there's any like public announcement that has to be made, you're like, Lauren, they need you.
Let's go. I even got out of throwing shirts out.
You did?
Yeah.
How?
I gave it to the coach and said, hey, you want to go to the back and throw these out? So
I saw that. I was like, wow.
I did not know
That's
that
impressive.
until right now. I did not know he looped out of it. I
was like,
literally handed you that stack of
would
shirts.
you like to throw some shirts out? I was like, you could go to the back. That way some of the kids in the back get some shirts too, not just the kids in the front.
Bro. What?
Boom. Boom.
I saw him do that. I was like,
Teenagers.
wow.
It was great.
I was honestly
Jake
impressed.
even got up there on the stage with me and was throwing them out.
Yeah.
All right, now I know, Jake. I can count on you.
It was great. The shirts got thrown out. And the coach looked happy. He was like, oh, I'm going to throw some shirts out. I'm like, yeah, you are.
You were just kissing up. That's what it was.
Yeah, you are. I was like, yeah, way to matter, sir. You go get them. I'll be over here. So, yeah, it was great. He
I
threw
didn't
them out
realize
for me.
that.
Yeah, I was proud of myself for that. It was a quick thinking. I was like, I don't want to do this. There's a coach.
Why? It's just tossing a t-shirt. And they wanted them. Everybody had their hands up.
I know, and they got them. I want to make sure the kids in the back got them. But I couldn't get all the way back there. It was packed.
Yes, you could have.
I'm a mailman, and if it's over 40, I wear shorts and a hoodie to work. There you go. Man after my own heart. Good morning from Sam the Toe Man. Everyone have a great day and drive safe. But when I was listening to the rules of graduation, I didn't realize the rules. The one thing that got me, I was like, wow. He goes, everything here, if you want to participate, is optional. You will still get your diploma. You will still.
Oh.
He's like, but we're all or nothing. And he was like, we're all or nothing. He's like, if you decide this isn't pick and choose, you want to come to this practice or this. He's like, it's all or nothing. If you miss, he found out goes, if you miss this, you're out.
You're done.
You miss one thing, you're out.
You'll get your graduation diploma and all that.
It's been this way for over 100 years, and he wasn't a a-hole about it,
right?
But he was like,
well, you got to lay the rules out for these kids. They got to know.
Damn. So if I miss like one rehearsal, I can't walk.
I think there's some exceptions, like I want to say my daughter had to miss one thing, and it was for,
I'm sure if you go ahead and tell them,
yeah.
but if you just don't show.
I mean, I can't remember what the reason was. It was a good reason, obviously, because the school accepted it as an excusable reason.
Clean shaven, no guys allowed to have facial hair for graduation.
Yeah.
No, what did they say else for guys? I think no earrings for guys, dress shoes, no tennis shoes.
Yeah.
Like for girls, they had. I was like, what? I was just sitting back, like, listen to all these.
Yeah, I mean, they want to keep it classy. It's graduation.
Yeah, I get it.
It's a formal ceremony.
I get it. I was just like, the all or nothing thing made me laugh because you could tell he was serious.
Yeah,
like,
he wasn't playing.
He was like playing off everything else, like not playing off, but he was like this and this. He goes, when we went over like the mass, this is a Catholic school, or like the mass, the award ceremony, the practice at Stanbaugh, and then the actual thing at Stanbaugh. He was like, all or nothing. It's all or nothing. I was like, oh, he ain't playing.
No, they've got to know.
He was like, you don't have to. He's like, you will still get your diploma. That is fine. You do not. No one has to.
That's coming up fast. That's in like.
Oh yeah, it's quicker than you think.
That's in less than 3 weeks.
Yeah, Labor
Day
like weekend.
2 weeks from this coming weekend.
Labor Day weekend.
Oh my gosh.
4.
I told you we have the next 2 weekends are super busy, and then it's that weekend.
Yeah.
Same weekend as the ribs burn off. Same weekend. You know what I mean? Graduation.
Yeah, I got
Jamie
in Salt Lake City all next week, and then the following week is ribs burn off and graduation. Not daughter's graduation.
It's gonna go really fast.
Graduation daughter.
This month is
not daughter.
go
who we were like, did you book because she wants us and her father and her father's family at a dinner afterward. Like, did you find a place and book it yet? So we're like, this is on you. And she's like, haha, no. Like, yeah, I'm sure we're the only family that wants to go out to dinner after graduation when 2 schools we know graduate the same day in the same town.
What time's your graduation?
4.
Okay, that's
So
better
pissed.
though. Ours was at like 6 and we couldn't go anywhere.
I was like,
afterwards.
you realize some restaurants don't stay open that late on
It's a
Sunday.
Sunday.
Yeah, I was like,
right?
you realize that, right? I was like, you realize other families from Ursuline probably want to go to dinner too.
I want to say our graduation's at like 10
Yeah.
or 11.
But teenagers.
I know.
I mean, adults too, to be fair.
That's true.
To be fair. I'm like, you might want to get on that.
That would be you. What are you talking about? That would be you. Literally you.
No, I'd already have us at I'd already have us at Olive Garden. I'd already have a table. What? It'd be a fantastic dinner.
They don't take reservations, so what would you do?
They don't?
No.
That's because they know they don't need to.
We just tried to call for Evan's graduation from
What?
college, and they wouldn't. They're like, no, you can put a name in-ish, but it depends on, especially like on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, because it's their busiest times.
Good for them. If that doesn't,
They don't need it. Right?
If
They're
that
fine.
doesn't tell you that they're doing fine, I don't know what is. Can we make a reservation for 20? Don't need it. People will be here. Have you heard of our pasta and bread bowls? Let's go. It's sports. It's 7:30. It's Q. Did not know o'clock stood for something. Did you know that?
I did.
Not me?
Hold on. I just heard this recently, and I was like, really?
It was a TikTok where people found out. Then people fact-checked to see if it was BS. Turns out, according to the Britannica Dictionary, the TikToker was right.
Interesting.
It's guessable. If you're trying to figure out in your head, it's guessable.
Yeah, I saw something. I was like, oh, I never knew it stood for anything, but I don't know if I actually looked to see what it stood for. I don't think I cared that much.
No idea. I just thought it was just what we always said.
What is it?
Of the clock.
Oh, that makes sense.
It is the short version of the clock. So instead of saying, you say 2 o'clock, I guess they used to say, it is 2 of the clock.
Oh, that kind of makes sense.
It does. I just never knew there was an actual, like, the O stood for anything. Take that with you today.
I didn't. Well, and this isn't like I had one of those moments too where I found something out like a few months ago. And ever since then, I've been preaching the world, trying to share the message. Did you know that the numbers on your toaster are actually minutes? It's not actual like grades of doneness.
I learned that, but I grew up not knowing that. Thinking
I was like, what?
It was I thought it was how dark your toast is going to be.
Yeah,
and how burnt
like,
your toast is
I
going
want
to
it to be like a 2. No, that just means that's how dark it's going to be after 2 minutes.
I still want to know if we're going to go down this rabbit hole, is the rumor true that the bottom drawer of the oven is to keep food warm?
I mean, I've heard that before.
Because that's just where we put our cookie sheets.
Same. Yeah. My cookie sheets are down there.
But is that
and
really
cooling racks.
What that is for? Is what I've
I mean, it makes sense. It gets warm down there.
I mean, it would be right under the oven, right? It would have to be warmed up. I just wondered if that's truly.
And has anybody actually ever done that? Like,
No. You put your muffin pans, your cookie sheets, and like you said, your cooling racks down there. Crazy. Jake, do you know any of that?
Not the o'clock part. I knew about the oven part.
You think it's true?
I think that's what's intended to be used for, but I just don't think that's what we use it for.
Did you know about your toaster?
I don't think so, but it makes sense too.
Yeah.
It does.
I never really thought about that one.
Never thought it had anything to do with time. Never. I thought it was just like, how charred do you want your toast? Level 1, 2, 3, or 4, or 5? $7:36 right here on today's Hit Music. Q92 coming up, that Q to call to make you a finalist for our Mother's Day with Q92, the Tory Burch Bag filled with prizes. I'm talking about tickets to see Train in Youngstown. I'm talking about the $250 spa package for Seven Wonders Aesthetic Spa in Jackson. And I'm talking about the flowers from D-Hoff's. They all could be yours. Become a finalist today. This is the last day. We're calling the winner tomorrow. So Q to call's coming up. And another chance to become a finalist on the live video stream. At the end of the show here, right before 10 o'clock, head on over there. Click the like button on Facebook, YouTube, or X. Doesn't matter which one. In the comments section, after you like it, you got to put Happy Mother's Day. Once you do that, you are entered for a chance to become a finalist. The morning show's final finalist just will have chances with Nicolina and with Ryan this afternoon. Now, in the 8 o'clock hour, busy hour as well. It's a Your Call Wednesday. Rich Desrosiers from the Pro Football Hall of Fame and tickets to see Breaking Benjamin and Stained at Blossom. That's in the 8 o'clock hour. 9 o'clock hour, Around 9:15, our friends from CSE Federal Credit Union are going to be here in studio with us again to talk about CSE. So we're looking forward to them being in here with us. There's a lot going on. And that cue to call, like I said, is coming up very, very soon. Text message, can I get a yeet for my son, Bladen? Jake, could you give me a yeet? Yeet. That's not a bad yeet. It's not quite main event Jey Uso, but that's pretty good for on-the-spot yeeting.
Well, I don't know who that is.
Let's hear your yeet.
Yeet. That's literally how he does it.
Really?
Yeah. None of you know who main event Jey Uso is.
I've heard of him.
He's the champion.
He's the main event.
He is literally the main event Jey Uso.
Okay.
It's just him, Us, day one-ish. That's what his song is.
Okay.
It's a great song.
Cool.
He gets the whole crowd going like, and they all yeet with him.
That's weird.
Is it?
Yeah, isn't that like worship or something?
What is a worship?
Worship. Like
Worship?
worship service.
You're saying worship.
No, I didn't say. I said that's
You
a
kind of
worship.
said worship.
I don't know. It's the way I say things. Don't be a jerk.
It's like worship.
You're pointing out my flaws today.
Hi, matey. Good morning from Sheriff Weisburn. Remember to be on the lookout for motorcycles. Everyone needs to ride safe and come home safe. That's from the sheriff. So,
we love it. Good morning, Sheriff Weisburn. Thanks for listening.
Already a request for Your Call Wednesday. You're a little early, but I
that's
like
a good
it.
one, though.
And I might lead off with that, to be honest with you.
I think that's a good idea.
You know why? Because it's not the same. Are you going to book a DJ for Not Daughter's grab party? I don't believe so. But if I was DJ Dinger, I would get a hold of you. You'd probably say, "Oh, that's too far."
Oh, you know what? I need a DJ.
But we are not getting a DJ for her party.
I need a DJ for our tournament.
Do you?
Yeah.
Maybe
It's
talk
so
to
fun.
DJ
Maybe,
Dinger.
yeah, I might have to. I might
Get
have
a
to
rate
reach out.
card.
Wow.
So we are off and running 7:39. Good morning, my favorite people. Man, now another request. You guys are ready for your
you guys
call
are
Wednesday.
on it
I gotta keep
today.
these unread so that I can find them again. But I see 2-1, 2 ready to go in the chamber for your call Wednesday. I like when you guys are ready for that. So I like both of them. I will get both of those on. It's now listen. I'm not gonna give it away, but it's an artist that Lauren really likes.
Yeah.
But she only likes It Used to Be My Playground.
No, that's not true. I like La Isla Bonita.
That's not what was requested.
I know.
And if anyone ever requests This Used to Be My Playground, I am blocking your number from the text line.
Request it.
Yeah.
Make him play it.
Really wake everybody up in the morning. Really get them going if they're having a bad morning. It's like playing Stained for an hour. Just mid-tempo sad music.
But it's not an hour. It's just the length of a song.
Far away.
Dude, when I came in here the other day and we were having all those issues and I manually had to put songs in, I looked at Nicolina when she got here and I'm like, I'm so sorry. I didn't know what to do. I panicked. I played some Bare Naked Ladies. I played, like, you have
It's not like you ruined everything.
I know, but like my brain was not functioning. I was like, oh my gosh. And I can't ask Jake because Jake's like, who? I mean, you know, he was like,
Michael Jackson. Never heard of him. Happy hump day, guys. I just wanted to say thanks to you guys yesterday reading my text. This is Steel Selling Girl. Lauren, I really appreciate you saying how proud you are of me because
oh my gosh, yes.
those words really meant a lot and you made my day. So thanks again and have a great day.
Oh, I'm not kidding. If you ever see me out and about, let me know who you are. I do want to give you a hug and tell you how proud I am of you.
Never happened.
It's amazing what you've done.
DJ Dinger says, you got my number. I'm affordable. So there you go.
Okay.
There you go. It's 7:41 already. My God. It's Doja Cat, Agora Hills on Q92. I fed a giraffe at the Columbus Zoo. It's pretty fun. Their tongue will just...
Oh, it's so gross. Their tongues geek me out.
Yeah. Yeah. Jimmy fed some more sheep and lamb at the Canfield Fair. It was 2 for $5 cups of food. Fun. He really enjoys a good goat.
Well, goats are really cute, especially
the best.
the ones with the blue eyes are adorable. In fact, there's a farm that I pass every single morning, and they turn their goats out with their horses, and it's the cutest thing ever because they like play with the horses.
When I pull out of my, that's pretty cool.
Yes.
When I pull out of my development, there is right across the street on this road is a farm. And sometimes as early as like 4:20 in the morning, as I'm pulling out, there are horses or cows right up against the fence. It looks like I'm driving into them. And I was just like, man, they let him out early. Like, that is early to get up and let out your cows and horses.
No.
They're up against that fence.
Yeah.
And I always thought to myself, like, man, wouldn't it be not cool, but What if one day they all got out and I went outside, there was just like cows in my cul-de-sac?
That'd be really bad for the farmer.
That'd be the coolest thing ever. I mean, this is awesome.
For you.
Look at all these cows just hanging out in my cul-de-sac. I like saying cul-de-sac because I feel like I'm getting away with something. But I'm not.
No, you're not.
Words that sound bad, but they're not.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I think cul-de-sac, that's up there. Any other words that, like, you think they're bad, but they're not?
Doppelganger.
I could see that. Cul-de-sac.
Doppelganger.
Like, oh, perfect. Jake, you think of any words that sound dirty, but they're not?
Only the obvious shuttlecock. But
No, shuttlecock is huge.
Isn't that the birdie in Batman or
That's
whatever?
exactly what it's called in badminton. It's called the shuttlecock.
We have to make sure we pronounce.
Minton.
Yeah.
I just remember because I took that in college. I'm like, you mean badminton? It's actually minton. I'm like, oh, is it? Minton.
Well, it stuck with you.
But it is a shuttlecock.
Yeah.
And that is what it's called. And you got to hit that shuttlecock back and forth. Shuttlecock. Someone said dongle.
Oh, yeah.
Dongle is a word.
Yeah, it is a word.
Sounds like it's kind of, dirty, but it's not.
Mm-hmm.
You're not saying anything wrong at all.
No.
What about caulk? Caulking.
Well, that's caulking.
Caulking. No one says caulking.
Well, it's supposed to be.
No one's like,
there it is.
No one walks around and goes, check out the caulk. You say caulking.
No, look at the caulking.
I gotta
job.
replace the caulking. Yeah, you need more caulking.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Let's go. We need caller number 10 right now at 330-450-9292. A Tory Burch Bag. Inside of tickets to see Train at the Youngstown Amphitheater, a $250 spa package to Seven Wonders Aesthetic Spa in Jackson. Visit sevenwonders.beauty to book your appointment now. And flowers, beautiful flowers from D-Hoff's. Go ahead, give us a call right now, 330-450-9292. If you're caller number 10, you'll be our latest finalist. Good luck.
Hi, folks. Al Armour here.
Remember, you're almost going to have to put them on hold because I got to play the weather manually.
Or with another mom? What's the plan?
I probably would share it with my mom.
I think that's awesome. Well, Melanie,
Yeah.
we're going to be calling the winner tomorrow morning. So if your phone rings very early, I would pick it up because that could be really good news. That could mean you and your mom are going to share this prize pack with that Tory Burch bag filled with the train tickets, flowers from D-Hops, and a $250 spa package. Tell everybody your favorite station, making you a finalist.
Q92.
There you go. Another finalist. Now, the morning show has got one more to get. Congratulations again, Amanda so far from Maslin and Melanie from Canton. They both have become finalists. They might get the phone call from us tomorrow. We're getting one more, and that is going to be one of you on the live video stream that heads over, clicks the like button in the comments section, puts Happy Mother's Day. Lauren's going to randomly pick one of you at the end of the show, make you a finalist. If you are one listening, tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock, we're calling the grand prize winner. So make sure your phone is around where you can answer it. And we're going to be making one of your Mother's Day a lot better tomorrow morning around 8 o'clock. Also, brand new contest, a new You're Included contest that we'll be announcing and kicking off tomorrow as well. Looking forward to that. Now, the 8 o'clock hour is coming up. It's going to be a busy one. We're talking about Your Call Wednesday, your requests from 8 to 9. Rich Desrosiers at 8:30 from the Pro Football Hall of Fame, and Breaking Benjamin and Stain tickets coming up also that hour. In the 8 o'clock hour, we're going to be giving away. 9 o'clock hour, our friends from CSE Federal Credit Union going to be here in studio to talk about some of the great things that CSE does. So that's in the 9 o'clock hour. So still a lot to get to. I saw real quick, because we only have a couple minutes, but we have a couple minutes. A lot of collabos out there.
Yeah.
I thought interesting. Well, it might not interest you, but I thought it was interesting. There's a song coming out, I think, this Friday. And it's Halsey, but with an interesting collabo. Let me see if we have to have the song. I hate everything. With Amy Lee from Evanescence. Will it Bring Me to Life, girl?
Wake me
Yes.
up. Yeah.
Yeah, wake up. You know what I mean? That one.
Yeah.
Like, that's what he did. That guy got famous for that.
I know.
Like, I can't wake up. Was it good? Did you
Yeah.
like it? You know what this song needs? A random man telling me I can't wake
Get
up.
Glenn. I hear he's a good can't wake
Hey,
up.
get on the mic for a second. What do you need me to do?
Right.
Just yell, can't wake up. I'm like, all right, I can do that. But I wonder what that's going to sound like. I like Amy Lee. I think she's a great singer. And I like Evanescence.
Yeah.
But her and Halsey have a song coming out Friday.
I don't know why. I just have this gut feeling it's going to be very Gracie Abrams-esque or like New
That's what I
Lord
wonder,
music-esque.
Is it going, like the sound of it, is it going to be a Halsey sound or an Evanescence sound?
I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and
That's
see
what's
Friday.
interesting, because obviously they're both known singers, but they are both from kind of different genres.
Yeah.
And normally it's like pop and country is the cool, or country and R&B and hip hop has kind of been.
Yep.
This is pretty much pop and country. Oh, this song still. Can't wake up. Whoever that guy is, he doesn't get the credit he deserves.
He sure doesn't. I mean,
he doesn't. No one ever even
how many
talks about
times
him.
does he say it during this song?
Every chorus?
Yeah. A couple times.
Yeah. And he has one line at the breakdown, too. There's one line. If I could fast forward, I'd do it. But there's one line he gets to do like a whole line. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And then he screams.
A little bit.
This song still.
I can hear it right now.
As the kids say, this song still slaps.
There is a handful that, yeah.
Like, this was a great song.
Yeah.
All right, Glenn, get back on the mic. Here he comes. Go for it, buddy.
See? He says save me, too.
He does. He gets a save me in there. He gets a lot in there for what he, just feel bad. Anyway, 7:55. Again, coming up, Your Call Wednesday. I see your requests. We're going to lead it off with the first text. We will get the Madonna in. It is not. This used to be my playground.
How about that?
I'd rather play Evita.
Oh, get out of here. The last time we talked to this, I literally sent you a screenshot of because it was on my radio in the car. It came on.
I know. Speaking of throwbacks, little Neo, Miss Independent. Love this song. It's Q92. Good. Ask people right now out of nowhere from our prep site. How often should a woman dress sexy for her man?
How long have they been married?
Literally, that's all the question is. There's no like
20 plus years, once a year.
There's no like they didn't do a survey. There's no like data. Just how often? Are you talking about like to? I'm talking to somebody. I'm like, do you mean like to go out, or you mean like at
in the bedroom?
home?
Right.
Listen, I am a typical perverted man, but I don't feel that should be a daily.
It doesn't stay on for but a minute.
I feel like that's an occasional.
Yeah.
You know
now
what I
I
mean?
get getting all dolled up and going out on a date.
But don't get me wrong.
That's good.
When you come home and your woman is like that, and you had no clue it was coming, it's a very fun thing to
Because see, Tony usually sees me when my makeup's mostly rubbed off, when I didn't put that much on all to begin with, because it was really early in the morning. Like,
Have you ever, for him, like he got home, like been ready to get dressed up in an outfit? Not like I'm not saying like you were Scooby Doo, but you know what I mean, like
let's go to dinner.
No, like
not since we've
like
had
you
children,
surprised him.
because that would be weird. They'd be like, "Mommy, what's going on?"
Of course, I meant like maybe the kids were out. It was just you and him.
My kids are never out. No, I'm just kidding. They're always with us.
All right.
No, I mean, maybe like before children.
Yeah,
in the newlywed phase.
Like he had no idea. He came home
first
from work.
couple, we were. It was just us for the first like 2.5 years.
Yeah, there you go. Jake, you ever gone to Stars and all out of nowhere?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Maybe once when we were on vacation.
I feel like once the kids are old enough and they're around, you're like, you can't do that because, like, in your situation, her mom was there. Like, what if her mom came in instead of you? That'd be awkward. I feel like that's the dirty texting.
That's fun.
Yeah.
That can be fun.
Tony and I used to work at the same place, and we would be in some of the same meetings, and I would send really like, I would send text messages just to watch his face.
That's funny. I'm naked under my clothes. Send. Man. And then, should a woman ask her man before she changes the color of her hair?
So, no.
I get asked that by Jamie.
I did change my hair color about a week before our wedding, and Tony was furious. He was like, "You don't even look like you." To be fair, he wasn't wrong. I went to like pretty dark brown.
Before your wedding?
Yeah. And I was like this or lighter before.
No, like, hey, I'm thinking about.
Nope.
Just boom.
He was like, "What did you do?"
You've ruined everything.
I think like when you're in like, I think women have a tendency to mess with those kinds of things, like when they're going through something. And I think I was going through like the whole, my God, I'm getting married, I'm moving out. My dad had died a year before and he wasn't going to be there for the wedding. So it was just going to be an all around, like it had been an emotional year.
Yeah.
So I was like, I need to change. Dye my hair! Because every woman has a tendency to do that. And then he was like, "What? I love you. It looks okay." But he was like, "That's not you. Anybody that knows you knows that's not you." And I'm like, I know.
Yep.
So yeah, regrets.
So you do think you should ask your guy before?
I do think you should at least give him a heads up, because I remember how shocked he was when.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if I came home and Jamie all of a sudden had like white hair or like truly blonde hair, I'd be like, "What in the blue hell?"
Exactly.
I've got some news for you.
WDJQ Canton, Massillon, New Philly. Broadcasting live and worldwide at Q92Radio.com with a Jordan Miller news update.
2 men have been arrested after the skeletal remains of a 22-year-old Canton man were found at a homeless camp in Akron. Police say the body was identified as that of Xavier Menifee, 54-year-old Anthony Fields, and Kurth Conaway, a 34-year-old man, are charged with abuse of a corpse. Conaway also faces unrelated charges. Police say a witness tipped them off after a fight on Silver Avenue, leading police to a trash bag with remains in a fire pit. Menifee, who graduated from Glen Oak High School, had been missing since late July. The investigation is ongoing. Ohio voters have approved Issue 2, the only statewide measure that was on yesterday's primary ballot. The bipartisan-backed issue renews a 38-year-old program that lets the state issue bonds to fund local infrastructure projects without raising taxes. The measure passed with a simple majority and extends the program for another decade. 4 former housekeepers are now suing Motown legend Smokey Robinson, accusing him of repeated sexual assault over several years. The $50 million lawsuit was filed Tuesday in Los Angeles, alleging the abuse happened at Robinson's California homes. The women, identified as Jane Does, say they were low-wage Hispanic workers who were afraid to speak out. Robinson's wife is also named for allegedly creating a hostile work environment. Robinson has not publicly responded to these claims. With your latest Q92 news, I'm Jordan Miller.
It is 8:05 right here on today's Hit Music. It is Q92. Christian, Lauren, Jake here with you. Hanging out on a Wednesday morning. Hope you guys are having a great start to your morning. 330-450-9292 is the phone number. The text line, 330-269-9292. Your Call Wednesday about to kick off. Also later on this hour, Rich Desrosiers from the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And we've got Breaking Benjamin and Stain tickets to give away. It's all coming up here in the 8 o'clock hour. Don't forget, our the morning show's final finalist for our Mother's Day contest is coming up as well at the end of the show. But if you want to give yourself a chance to be that finalist, head over to the live video feed right now. Click the like button, and in the comment section, just type in Happy Mother's Day. Those two things you got to do. You can do it on Facebook, YouTube, or X. Doesn't matter which one. And Lauren will pick one of you randomly at the end of the show and make you a finalist. So that's what we got coming up for you here this hour. We're going to kick it off. Someone texted in way back around like 7:38. They wanted to hear EMF Unbelievable. What a request. What a way to kick off a Your Call Wednesday. Here you go. It's Q92. if heaven's really just space? And we all go to like, you know what I mean? Because some people think we were sent here from another planet, another universe.
Yeah, but I've never been like I came from outer space.
No, because that's not as glamorous as saying I was sent here by the Lord, whichever God you pray to. It's fine.
Right.
You know, I would think about stuff like, what if we really are? What if this is a simulation?
I don't know. I've never really thought about
we
it
are
like that before.
Sims?
I don't think it's that.
Is it that much crazier to think that than think that a man made us
What do you think this
from
is
the
like?
clouds?
So, in essence, you think this is like a much bigger version of the Truman Show?
Vastly, yeah. I don't know. These things I don't know. I can't. The problem is none of us can really answer any of these questions until we die.
Right.
Like there's no one can come back to give us the answers. Like, yeah, no, it's this, or no, it's just this.
But there have been all those people that have had near-death experiences that say they see the Lord. You don't believe them?
They say that.
You don't believe them?
I'd like to speak personally to someone who's like, yeah, I saw this. You know what I mean? This is what I saw.
Yeah.
It's clouds. Everyone gets wings. Everyone's chilling. Everyone's groovy.
And Christian, that buffet doesn't exist.
My heaven, that would be my heaven. Just an endless buffet of all the foods I like. I don't know. It's just I think about weird things like that.
Yeah.
Where do we really come from?
Well, because
how did humans really
I do doubt the
begin
buffet.
to exist on this earth?
I know.
These are wormholes I go down.
I know.
Or rabbit holes, not wormholes, but wormholes
Well,
in space.
it's because you're thinking about space.
Yeah. I mean, how did this planet begin creating life and living things?
Are you kidding me right now?
What?
You know how this world began.
We know what we were told. None of us were here.
But life has to come from something.
Yeah, yeah. You need carbon. You need well, for us, for life, for oxygen. You need oxygen. But how did it start? Did it really start with two people and an apple?
I mean,
Do you believe that?
I do.
Two people just showed up?
No, I believe that God made man and God made woman.
Just made one.
Yeah, and he put them together so that they would populate the earth.
Then wouldn't there be a little bit of...
What do you believe in dinosaurs?
Oh, yeah, I believe in dinosaurs.
You believe that we evolved though, like in evolution?
I don't know.
Because again, life has to come from life.
I don't
So
know
how did
the
that
dinosaurs
first
got.
life form happen?
These are great questions.
I know, it's deep.
Great questions. I
Deep.
don't know. We weren't the only thing that were created. I'm saying, is there a chance maybe we were placed here?
My God, yeah.
But maybe what we think is God is actually people from another universe.
An alien? Are you trying to tell me a spaceship
I
buzzed by and they're like,
I don't know.
this looks like a good spot?
Start. I see more in the text line. We'll get to those. We got a forecast coming up next from Mark Johnson here on Q.
Happy Mother's Day.
Celebrate mom with Q92.
Happening. I'll be getting one of those shortly. So much for bedtime, sexy time.
Well, you can like get it on and then put your CPAP on.
You could. You could. My sleep was disrupted 132 times during the night. Still waiting on my CPAP. I can't wait to be able to sleep through the night and hopefully not fall asleep during the day. That may be something I deal with.
You think?
Especially at work. In meetings.
You guys, he takes some, they're like micro naps. I've never known anybody who can do what he does. Really, truly.
I've made fun of at home all the time by Jamie and not daughter. They'd be like, I could walk by you in the living room. You're asleep.
Yeah.
Sitting up. They're like, I can go to the kitchen, get a glass of water, come back. You're awake and doing something. She's like, in like the time it took me to just go get a cup and come back in the room, you're awake, alert, and doing something.
That is true.
She's like, it makes no sense. She's like,
You guys, he can completely fall asleep during a meeting, and then when it's his turn, he'll be like, and he'll act like nothing was actually happening just before then. Like he'll literally have he's very clever. He pulls his hat down in the front a little bit, and he like acts like he's looking down at like his paper or his phone. And he'll be like, Christian, what do you got? And he'll be like, and I swear to you, he's sleeping. You can kind of tell by the way he breathes Like by the way his shoulders rise and fall if it's asleep, breathe. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but when it's time.
Yeah, he'll be like, and it's sports. And we'll be like, what?
Here's the games we're doing tonight. Here's
He
what we're having
literally
there.
just woke up.
I'm like, yep, all right. I know the routine. Everyone knows the routine of our meeting.
Find a rewarding career close to home at Kimball. You'll find outstanding benefits, a supportive team, and opportunities for career growth. Working for a local family company really makes a difference. Apply today.
Q92.
A little bit of morning fog for your Wednesday. Clouds will hang tough through the day. Look for a high near 71 degrees. Overnight, cloudy skies for the most part with a low in the upper 40s. I am Art J. Weather. Have a great day.
Talented.
I was for a play in high school. I was the guy that would pull the curtain, play the music, and all that.
You
backstage.
Yeah, you were stagehand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me and my friend, we called him Starman, Jason Stratus. We were backstage. We had a bucket of Kentucky Fried Chicken, and we were just back there chilling, doing all the stuff, following the script.
You were allowed to eat on the stage?
Yeah, they let us.
Oh.
Listen, he was a different cat, and you weren't really going to tell him what to do, even in high school.
Like even the teachers knew that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And I don't mean in a bully way. Some people are built different.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
For instance, he served in the military, was in Iraq, got shot, and was just so pissed he got shot. He was so mad. Like, I don't know.
I think most would be upset about it.
He told me the story. It was one of the funniest things. I've never heard anyone tell a story like that. I was like, well, what?
I don't think anybody's going to get shot and just be like, oh, goody.
I was like, were you scared? I was like, no, I was pissed. I was like, and that's why he was allowed to bring Kentucky Fried Chicken to the play. Full circle.
Got it.
And he really wasn't in no way a bully. He was just that dude. He was that farm kid that
he's going to do what he wants. Yeah.
Strong as hell. Just, yeah. He was a teddy bear until it was time not to be.
Right.
I remember mouthing off to him one time and thinking, well, I'm going to die. I remember doing that.
And you didn't.
During a football game.
Yeah.
I could have. Oh. I can tell you right now. And my toughest.
Those are the ones that you want to be friends with.
Yeah. You ever, I don't know, you guys probably, and I'm not judging you because I'm a sissy, but you ever puff up and realize immediately, like, I should not have done this.
Yeah, when I was younger to my dad.
I mean like in a fight. It could have been a fight situation.
Yeah, when I got my butt kicked.
Like I remember. It's 8:16 right here on today's hit music. It is Q92. Christian, Lauren, Jake here with you, hanging out on a Wednesday morning. 330-450-9292 is the phone number. The text line 330-269-9292. Now, coming up here in about 15 minutes, we'll be talking to Rich Desrosiers from the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Also, later on this hour, we have got tickets to give away to see Breaking Benjamin and Stain at Blossom Music Center coming up on May 19th. Also, at the end of the 9 o'clock hour, we're getting another finalist, the morning show's final finalist for the Mother's Day contest. We have that coming up for you here. Looking forward to all of that on your Wednesday morning. Hey, Lauren.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was talking to our GM about some problems this morning.
Oh, stop it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was doing my job.
Get off your cross. We need the wood.
Job one.
Here we go.
Would you grab my hand and help me down?
Oh, my God. No. No, I will never do that.
You're like, no, faceplant.
No.
Please.
No. What was I going to say? Oh, my God.
I don't know. You were too busy coming for me. That's why you lost your train of thought.
Yep. Seriously, did you guys see? Will you calm down? Jesus Christ. You get so god darn wound up. Unbelievable sometimes. Sassy.
Sweet sassy molasses.
Have a sip of your drink. Eat some fancy eggs.
Sous vide.
You'll be fine. They would see the video. They would know what I'm talking about. Darn it. Just hit me now. I should have sent the video for Jake to put up there. I have to find it. The robot trying to attack the people.
No.
It made it to Fox News. It made it to Daily Mail. So I don't think it's fake. Because if it's fake, they got duped too. And I'm talking Fox News, and the Daily Mail. There's a robot. And these two guys are No, but I'm saying like the actual real Fox News, not like, I don't know, some offshoot or whatever. Like,
oh, I see. Okay.
I'm saying like, if it's fake, then they failed. They tricked two major news outlets.
Oh yeah, Daily Mail is fake too.
These two engineers are working on a robot. They have it tied up by its neck.
Okay.
And all of a sudden, it comes on, and when I tell you it starts trying to attack both people, and so violently swinging it just proved my point that we will be robot slaves. And that my biggest fear could absolutely happen. It'll be so easy to find if you go to TikTok or YouTube. These two guys, and they both like run away and then try to shut it down. It is insane. If I send a link from YouTube, Jake, can you put it on?
If you find it on YouTube and share your screen with me on StreamYard, or we can just play it from there.
Oh yeah, it's on the is that Factory Workers, right?
I believe so. You'll see two guys.
It's on the New York Post. I found it on YouTube.
Humanoid robot attacks
Factory Workers.
Yes.
It went full full Terminator.
How do I share my screen, Jake?
Hit on the bottom and it says present.
Yep.
I'm going to do it right now. Present.
Share screen.
Video. Oh, share screen.
And then click on the YouTube link that you want to share.
Better make sure you got all up and up tabs open
just
there on your computer.
Pornhub
there, buddy.
tabs. Let me just close those.
It's teasy.
Can you guys see it?
No. It says presenter
you should know.
His will be different.
Yet when the time came to
I got to be on that tab, right?
fund Medicare,
Do you see it?
I see it.
Okay.
I don't.
Are you ready? Look at this. Everyone, go to our live video stream right now on Facebook, YouTube, and X. I'll give you like a second to head on over there.
Okay, mine's going now.
Check it out. You guys should be able to see it on the screen. Just watch. Again, this humanoid they're working on comes to life. And I'm sure they turned it on and tries to annihilate these two. And when you see the arms swinging, you're going to be like, oh, no. Is everybody ready?
Ready.
Watch this. If you're not watching, I'm sorry. But they're showing it right now. They're working on the computer to turn on the robot. He's coming alive, and he's like, I want to kill everyone. Look at that.
Oh, my gosh.
Look at that. Look, he's following him.
Yeah, he's like pulling.
Look at him. Someone turned the off switch. That Roomba's gone mad. Look. He wanted a piece. Is that not a little scary?
It is. I mean, that it knew
I'll play it
where.
again.
That it
That's
knew
what I'm
where
saying.
to like go and.
AI, man. AI. There's some amazing things AI can do. Amazing things AI can do for medicine, for people, for everything. But man,
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna slap.
he's following him.
Yeah.
It's not like he just went on a line punching things like a rock'em sock'em.
Look at the poor little guy over there. He's trying to like pull it up from the back so he can't get hit.
Dude, if they wouldn't have had that thing tied up,
it would have been bad.
This is a movie. This is out of a movie.
Look at him. He's like, get over here. Eee, what did I do?
I don't know, man. That's the part of AI that scares the hell out of me. That truly, all joking aside, I joke about woolly mammoths. I joke about dinosaurs. That's the thing that really, really scares me.
Yeah.
Because what do you do? Even if we have robots to for us,
call the National Guard. I don't know.
Someone could hack them and take them over.
Yeah, it would be like that SpongeBob episode with the helmets, the chum bucket.
Yeah. The movie.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man.
They're like, all hail Plankton. They're all robots. They're all mind controlled.
Smart people are stupid creating a live Terminator.
Right?
It's
100% right.
That stuff, man, that's the stuff that makes me go, oh no. Like, what are we? Do we need? I don't know, man. Because I get it. We're going to the drones. I think wars will be fought by countries' robots at some point. We won't send troops anymore. We'll drop in a robot with a gun. I see
what you're saying. But yeah, I mean, we already kind of do that with the drone warfare.
Yes. Some guys flying that from Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
It's flying that thing over in the Middle East or over wherever. You know what I mean?
Really? They're that far apart?
They can be.
I didn't know that.
I could be making that up. I could be talking out of my ass. But I said could be. I didn't say it was. But, I mean, it
all the way from Arizona to Iran.
Billings, Montana, he was flying that thing from. Amazing what he could do. But, I mean, with the technology, but man, when I see how violent that robot and how it was trying to get at that man.
It was following them. Like,
like if it would have just been like going down a line, punching, I'd be like, okay, the robot's a little out. That thing wanted to hurt someone. It has intelligence. It has artificial intelligence.
I mean, like, can you talk to it then later and be like, dude, why'd you freak out?
That'd be great if you could had feelings.
Right.
Dude, talk to me, Charles.
Right.
What was that?
Why'd we start tweaking?
Why did you rip out his larynx? I'd be like, what was that? I don't know, man. That's the stuff right there, man, that makes me scared to death for the future. I mean, because that can happen. Give me the woolly mammoth back. Give me the dinosaurs. I'll accept the danger with that. You can't just punch a robot. You can't just shoot a robot and he's dead.
Correct.
I mean, you could blow it up, but I mean, you can't just take out your handgun and be like, pew.
You could have like a little ray gun or something.
We're going to have to.
Get them right in the engine or whatever it is that makes them.
I hope their battery dies. I don't know.
In that one show growing up, they used to just have to unplug her, didn't they? Or like pull the battery out of her. Small Wonder. Yeah, they just pulled the battery
Did they
pack
put her
up.
in the closet? Am I making that
like
up?
When they put her away from
Yeah, didn't they have to like put her away sometimes? Or she would just stand there and she was plugged into the wall?
I don't know.
Small Wonder, if you guys are going, what the hell are they
I don't remember
talking?
that.
Small Wonder.
I just remember she talked like this, and I was like, that is definitely a human talking
Same
like
red
a robot.
dress. No one questioned that girl's voice or the fact that she had the same outfit on every day of her life.
Every single day.
And never grew up.
No.
No one questioned that this man made a daughter robot at his house. The things.
Yeah.
That we were like, yeah, that's acceptable for a TV show.
Oh, we also watched Alf, so.
We did. Howard the Duck.
Yeah.
With one of the most uncomfortable scenes I could ever imagine.
Yeah, I saw that the other night as the kids were
Did you see
scrolling
the original?
through movies. Well, we didn't watch it. I was scrolling through. I said, you guys could watch Howard the Duck. My husband's like, no.
I don't know if you'd want your kids watching that one scene of Howard the Duck.
Well, they're older now, so.
Still.
It is weird, but I mean, they would laugh, I think, and
The
be like,
duck
what?
almost hooked up with the girl.
I know.
And the girl was initiating.
Well, Howard was a hottie. I don't know.
The girl was the one trying to seduce the duck. And it almost worked. And he was a married man.
Yes, he was.
He was a married man. Men, pigs, all of them, even ducks. Sean Kingston, beautiful girls, Q92.
This is a Q92 Sports Break with Christian Bigglesworth on Q92.
NBA playoffs last night. The New York Knicks beat the Boston Celtics in overtime, 108-105. The Knicks lead that series 1-0. And Denver beat Oklahoma City 121-119. The Nuggets up 1-0 in that series. 2 NBA playoff games tonight. It's a doubleheader on TNT at 7 o'clock. The Pacers and Cavs at Rocket Arena in Cleveland. Pacers lead the series 1-0. And at 9:30, the Golden State Warriors taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves in Game 1 of that series. NHL playoffs last night. In round 2, the Toronto Maple Leafs beat the Panthers 5-4. Toronto leads that series 1-0. And we've got 2 hockey games tonight for you. both on ESPN. At 7 o'clock, the Hurricanes and Capitals, game one of that series. And at 9:30, the Oilers and the Las Vegas Golden Knights, also game one of that series. Baseball news, the Guardians game with the Nationals yesterday was postponed due to rain. They'll play a doubleheader today. First pitch of the first game is 3:35 p.m. The second game will be shortly after. The Guardians currently 20-14 on the season, a game and a half behind Detroit in the AL Central, and winners of 5 of their last 6 games. That's a quick look at sports right here on today's hit music, Q92. Today's hit music, it is Q92. Christian, Lauren, Jake here with you. And don't forget, still to come this hour, concert tickets, Breaking Benjamin and Stained, coming to Blossom Music Center on Monday, May 19th. We give those tickets away this hour. When you hear the cue to call, be caller number 10. And also, we're getting the morning show's final finalist here for our Mother's Day contest, the Tory Burch Bag, with tickets inside to see Train in Youngstown. The spa treatment, the flowers from D-Hoff's, from Seven Wonders Spa, the spa, $250 spa package. So much for Mother's Day. If you are a finalist, tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock. If you're not yet and you want one more chance of the morning show, go to the live video feed, click the like button in the comment section, put Happy Mother's Day. Do that. Give yourself a chance to become a finalist. We'll announce it randomly at the end of the show.
Yeah, and if you haven't gotten your mom something for Mother's Day yet, why not go to sevenwonders.beauty and book her an appointment for a spa treatment.
Spa treatments work. Moms
100%.
love a spa day.
Massage, a facial.
Who
I mean,
doesn't? Seriously.
come on.
You're not going to lose if you show up with any type. That's why this Mother's Day thing is great. It's a night of music, flowers, a spa day. I mean, what? Not to mention the Tory Burch Bag.
Yeah.
What more could you want? So
Yeah, Rich actually is in the green room waiting to come on with us, and he said, PSA for new fathers, get that gift for your baby mama.
Oh, there you go. Let's bring him on right now.
He's speaking from experience.
Pro Football Hall of Fame. Now, if the mother you're shopping for might happen to be a big NFL fan,
hello.
you might want to go talk to Rich DeRoche and go see the pro shop the gift shop over there, because they might have what you need too. Am I not right, Rich?
Oh, of course. And I'll tell you, a Hall of Fame hoodie for mom, or a T-shirt, or a Sportula, or anything is better than nothing. And I can tell you, as someone who needed about 5 years to make up for the whiff on the opening Mother's Day of my married life. Yeah, that was. I'd really rather not relive that. But if you want to hear the story, I'll tell it.
Yeah, I do want to hear it, actually, Rich.
I figured you'd say that. And, you weren't going to let me off the hook. Well, firstborn child born in December, and the following May comes around, and Mother's Day, and there's this look of anticipation, and I haven't done a thing, and I compounded my own problems by saying, "You're not my mother."
Oh,
see,
nice.
My husband has said that to me every year. He takes the kids and they pick something out, but he does not get me anything.
I imagine that did not get you out of trouble.
No.
Oh no, that
hotter water.
Well, it was either much hotter or much colder.
That's fair.
Or some combination of both. But it was pretty cool for about 3 Mother's Day. So year 2 comes around, and I'm just like, everything, everything you can think, every cliche gift, I got it, and then it was just like, wow, well, this barely makes up for last. Thanks, but I don't know if this makes up for last. I think it took me 4 years to shovel out from underneath that one.
Yeah.
We've all been there. But
so new dads.
Yes.
Even if it's just a token, just something, anything.
Anything's
Flowers,
better than nothing.
Breakfast.
Yeah.
And my husband doesn't have the homemade gifts from school to fall back on anymore, because sometimes it was like breakfast in bed and like the homemade gifts they had made.
Yeah, when we
don't do that now in college and in high school. So
no. So and a reminder yet again to all the men out there, Mother's Day is Sunday.
Yeah.
So if this is the first time it's hit your radar, it is Sunday.
Make some plans.
I would go to the store, get on Amazon, whatever you got to do.
Yeah. Put your kid's foot on a stamp pad and slap that footprint on a card and hand it to mom, and you'll be fine.
Yeah,
that is true. I always feel like if you go for like heartstrings, you're probably going to be okay.
Yep.
So that's actually really good advice from Rich DeRoche. Write that down, Jake. That's good advice from Rich DeRoche. So now let's get into some stuff with the Hall of Fame residency program, alive and well and happening right now in Canton.
Yep.
We're in a stretch here where we've got guys coming in for about eight or nine uninterrupted weeks, and last week it was Bruce Matthews, who spent a lot of time campaigning for Clay. Doesn't do a lot of good because he didn't talk to any of the selectors, but we can relay how strongly Bruce feels to the selectors, and Clay got close a couple of years ago. It was just really tender moment. It's tender to see somebody who's 6'4", 6'5", 300 pound, played at 300 pounds. He's still probably in the high twos. He's just a big guy, carries it well, but he's a big guy, and talks so lovingly about his older brother. That was just really cool. And I asked him, I said, listen, you're talking real nice about Clay now. I said, but there had to be a time when he was just putting you in a headlock and just beating you up constantly, because they're about 5 years apart in age. So Bruce grew up with Clay as his idol, and they got to play each other. He said 23 times when Clay was with the Browns and Falcons and Bruce was with the Oilers. So they squared off 23 times. And I said, so what was the final record? He says, I can't remember. He said it was either 12-11 me or 12-11 him. He said, but it was so close. They just had fun all the time. So it was just really nice to see that. And to remind, he was preaching to the choir pretty much here. A lot of love for Clay with the people he was talking to here, but we really enjoyed him. And now we've got Jan Stenerud coming in, and Jan has one of the great stories of all time. He's from Norway and was recruited to Montana State University on a skiing scholarship.
Wow.
And at that time, and I think, probably still, but at that time, a lot of Western universities, the University of Denver, the University of Colorado, Montana State were heavily recruiting the Scandinavian countries to build up their ski programs. And Jan was one of the people who benefited from that. And one day he is watching the Montana State University place kicker practice field goals while Jan's out running hills to train for his ski program, and he sees the football player practicing kicks. And he feels bad because the guy's shagging his own key. He's the only guy on the field. So he's kicking, shagging the ball, shagging the ball. He says, I'll just go down, and if nothing else, I can shag the balls for him. And the kicker says, and of course, this is back in the day when the kickers just approached from straight on. You got to go in the Wayback Machine for people who might not even remember anybody who kicked like that. And the guy says, well, do you want to try it? And Jan says, well, sure, I'll try it, but do I have to do it the way you're doing it? And the other kid says, well, what would you do? And he says, well, I would kick it like a soccer ball. And what became known as soccer style field goal kicking. And of course, Jan teased the first one up, and the kid was only about 30 yards out, and behind the goalpost was a practice building and offices. And all of a sudden, Jan's banging these balls off the side of the building, and the basketball coach was inside the building. And he hears these balls just, careening off the side of the building, watches for a little while, and goes over to the football coach and says, I think there's a kid you should look at. And that's how Jan, as a senior in college, ended up on the football team. And as they say, the rest is history.
Literally, like it's NFL history.
That sounds like it should have been incredible. Like a Paul Harvey story or something. Like, and now the rest of the story.
Sounds like a movie, but it's like, no, that's really how it happened.
Yeah.
That's really how he went from the straight on, like you said, straight on kicking to the kicking that we see today.
You had this guy who never imagined a career in the NFL.
No, not at all.
Yeah, it was very serendipitous.
Good soccer player, great skier, great ski jumper. Actually, he was very good at ski jumping. So when I get a chance to talk to him tomorrow, I want to ask him about, what struck more fear in his heart, standing on the top of that ski jump platform or lining up for a field goal with the game on the line, just to see what he says. Because
that'll be interesting.
Have you ever been next to one of those ski jump platforms?
No,
I've seen them from afar, but not the top looking down. Let's put it that way.
They're intimidating from far, and when the closer you get to them, then you start looking up. There is no way I'm climbing to the top of that. I'm not even climbing to the top of that, let alone propelling myself down.
Yeah, really,
not happening.
No,
it's very interesting. Like you said, a guy who wasn't coming up playing football ends up being a Hall of Famer. By the way, 85 days, 11 hours, 14 minutes, and 28 seconds. In case you're wondering, Rich.
Just in case.
Just in case. But I mean, it also spins into like say someone who was playing basketball at Kent State, and you like that segue, and ended up somehow getting a gold jacket after an incredible career with the Chargers.
We will see, Antonio. I'm gonna take your wonderful segue and segue even further. We will get a chance to see Antonio Gates in town in just 85 days until enshrinement, Christian, but only
13 days?
16 days. God, math is hard. Barbie said so. Math is hard.
Yeah.
16 days until ribs burn off, and Antonio will be in town for that. And we asked the 4 members of the class of 2025 if they would participate in some ribs judging, and we do have one who is not a vegetarian but doesn't eat any red meat. So he politely declined, but Antonio was like, "I'll eat anything."
I'll be there.
I'm in.
I'm in.
A good selling point to come and judge a rib burn off. I think that would be up a lot of those guys' alleys.
Yeah.
And Christian, speaking of judges for ribs burn off, Lauren Cabo, where's your bib, Lauren?
You know what? I'm waiting for it. You said you'd have a bib for me. So
did I say that? All right,
You
I'll get
did.
you.
that's all right. I'm not above a napkin tuck. That's fine. It's fine. I'll make my own.
We'll get you. We need like a co-branded Pro Football Hall of Fame and Q92 bib. I think we could
There you go.
make a great Mother's Day gift too.
I would. I would. No, I'm super excited. Ribs burn off happening this year. Q92, we're an official radio partner with you guys on that. Happening the 23rd through the 25th. There's so much lined up during this ribs burn off. Nicolina from Q92 is going to be there on Friday night. During the day, you can see Christian on Saturday. And Ryan at night. Well, yeah, Ryan
I'll
at
be
night.
there while you're there.
Yeah, we're going to be there at the same
I'll
time.
be broadcasting live, and you'll be judging.
I'll be judging ribs. Yeah, and then on Sunday too, we're going to have Ryan there. There's just so much. Don't forget. Hopefully this year weather holds out, so we have that beautiful fireworks display on Sunday night.
Right.
But like Saturday and Sunday, there's a great classic car show. Live performance by the Blue Coats on Sunday. I mean, there's just going to be there's a safety forces display that's happening Friday night. So similar to Touch a Truck, if you have kids who love looking at those vehicles and those cars, great time to bring the kids down on Friday.
Yeah, like get a chance to see some of the different apparatus that the first responders use, and some of us go for the food and the beverages, but if you're between 3 and 83, but certainly if you're between 3 and 12 years old, the firefighters in particular love showing off the gear that they get to use, and really love interacting with the kids. And then the kid put a youngster up in the driver's seat of the truck or something. Pretty darn cool.
Yeah. No, and I love that each night is kind of a different theme. Christian, there's like a pop type of mix of music. So we've got New Wave Nation, which is a local favorite, right? Old School Cleveland happening on Friday night. We've got country theme on Saturday, rock on Sunday. There's going to be live music all weekend long, and I love that. And you know what? Some people, maybe ribs isn't their game. Maybe barbecue's not their game. There's 8 national, regional, and local ribs dealers, but there's 10 specialty food dealers, which means if you want that lemonade, if that's what you're looking for, chances are you're going to be able to get it, or that hot sausage sandwich. There's something for everyone.
Yep. Fries, the fresh, the lemonade, the adult beverages, proceeds from those adult beverage sales for wreaths. I have a hard time with that word, wreaths, across America. Because we do want to be mindful. It is the official, unofficial kickoff to summer, but it's also a weekend with a lot of meaning. So we don't want to ever lose sight of that.
It is. I'm super excited. I was flattered, and when I was asked to do rib judging, and I said the stars aligned because that day is my birthday. I said on your birthday, you have no calories whatsoever. They do not count. So I love barbecue. I am addicted. I have all of Myron Mixon's cookbooks. My husband and I love to smoke meats on the smoker. So I'm super excited to do this. And I hope everybody from Q92 comes down and sees you and I, because we'll both be there at the same time on Saturday.
We'll be there. And if you're in it, if you're competing, you have to impress Lauren.
If you're competing?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You got to impress Lauren and Antonio Gates.
Yeah, I need a little.
That's it.
And
I understand the fall off the bone is great, but I need a little tug. I don't want to eat with a fork.
Oh,
when you eat ribs, you need to pick it up and eat it. That is how you eat a rib.
Yeah. Listen, I will be, and I promise you, I'll be walking away from the table and getting a few things while I'm there as well.
We'll take care of you, Christian. I was
going to say, come over. I'll be at the table with the microphone and the ribs face with the barbecue sauce all over my face.
I'll let you borrow my bit.
Yeah. I'll be like, how's everybody doing?
Christian's going to look like Joker from Batman.
Yeah, with the sauce.
Just with barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a great time. We're so excited to be the radio partner. Awesome. Lauren's going to be a part of that. It's awesome. Antonio Gates is going to come down for that. It's going to be just a great time, a great weekend.
Yeah, and that day, too, I get to judge, I believe, Anthony Munoz and Dave Robinson, I think, are there with me on Saturday,
Dave's
too.
a great time.
Yeah.
I've talked to Dave Robinson before. He
Super
is a
nice guy. I've actually
awesome
met
guy,
both.
and boy, he'll tell you some stories. You'll just be sitting there like on the edge of your seat. He's got so many amazing stories.
I'm so excited.
He comes from the bygone era. He's one of the last living links to Vince Lombardi and the pre-merger NFL, AFL, and his memory is spot on still. And the recall, the names. Some of the guys do struggle recalling names or dates and different things, and they ask us, hey, when we go to interview him, hey, just we know where we need to tread lightly. With Dave, it's like it's open season, and his recollections of being at Penn State and the racism that he endured when he went down to play at the University of Florida at the Gator Bowl, and then transitioning to the NFL, all of that. He recalls it all so vividly, and it's wonderful. And we have made it a point to download as much of that as we can because at some point the chapters on those books close and you don't have that access anymore. So it's great that he's still with us, and he is really looking forward to this.
That's a great point. He is one of like the walking history books of one of the biggest parts of the history of the NFL. And you're right. He can tell you stories. They'll just blow your mind. And you're right. He remembers everything. Yeah. He remembers everything. I remember him talking about the Ice Bowl and telling me secrets about the Ice Bowl and what it was like playing for Lombardi. I'm just like, my God, this guy is a walking legend, a walking legend. And he has links to like some of the biggest names ever to play the game that we still know and talk about today. And it's in 2025. Yeah, it's crazy. So that's going to be an awesome time. It's going to be great. Always a pleasure talking to you. Yes. We hope you have a great weekend, Rich, and we'll talk to you again next week. We'll be closer to the Hall of Fame week, and we'll be closer to the Ribs Burn Off.
And get your
gift.
Yeah, Mother's Day is coming up, Rich.
Mother's Day gift, Rich.
Kitty footprint on a card. Guaranteed to work.
Do that now. I bet you it would make her laugh.
I hope that's what. Put your footprint. Yeah. Do it yours.
It'd be kind of weird.
All right, Rich. We'll talk to you next week.
I want to see that stamp pad.
We'll talk to you next week, Rich.
All right.
Thanks, Rich. Have a good
Always
day.
a pleasure. Rich Desrosiers, Pro Football Hall of Fame. What a great job he does over there. Always fun to talk to him. There you go. Lauren is a judge at the Rib Burn Off.
I am a judge.
With Robinson.
I'm so excited about
Munoz.
it. Yeah.
I should give you football cards to have them sign.
I'm not going to be like, excuse me, here's a wet nap. Can you sign this for my co-host?
Fine, Joe.
Maybe afterward. You're going to be there. Ask for your own autograph.
Let's give away tickets. Hey, Breaking Benjamin and Stained coming to Blossom Monday, May 19th. You could go right now. Just be caller number 10, 330-450-9292. Caller 10, you're going to see Breaking Benjamin and Stained. Good luck. The 9 o'clock hour of the Q92 Morning Show. And coming up this hour, we got a couple things. We're going to have our friends from CSE Federal Credit Union in studio with us here in about less than 10 minutes. Going to be talking about everything that CSE has to offer for you guys. So that's coming up. But also, this is the final hour for the morning show anyway, for you to become a finalist for our amazing Mother's Day giveaway. That's right, the Tory Burch handbag inside that. The wonderful tickets to see.
Yeah, that's at that Youngstown Amphitheater.
Not to mention the spa package, not to mention the flowers from D-Hop, Seven Wonders Spa. New place. We did a Facebook Live there.
Yeah, they have. Listen, if you haven't gotten your Mother's Day gift yet, maybe I'm going to help you out right now. Just listen, Christian, turn the music down. Just go to sevenwonders.beauty. You can book her a spa appointment. You're welcome.
Do it now. What are you waiting for? But if you want to be that last finalist, we're doing it on the live video stream, and you need to head over there right now while you can. Click the like button in the comments section. Just put Happy Mother's Day, but you got to do both.
Yes.
So go do that now. Q92 Radio on Facebook and YouTube, at Q92 on X. Doesn't matter which one you go to, but you got to go to one of them. You got to do it, and you got to do it before the end of this hour, because that's when we'll randomly make one of you a finalist. And if you are a finalist listening right now, 8 o'clock tomorrow, we're calling the grand prize winner. Make sure your phone's by you. Make sure you're ready to be excited. Go nuts, because we just hooked you up for Mother's Day in a major way.
And you know that when one contest ends, another begins.
Already got one on deck, waiting to go. Can't wait to tell you about it. Coming up, that's tomorrow morning. But coming up, CSE Federal Credit Union going to be here in studio. And like I said, head over and give yourself a chance to be our finalist for our Mother's Day contest as well. Right now, it's new music from Miley Cyrus. It's End of the World right here on Q92. Rage Room. These effing kids complaining about going back to school when they just had over 2 weeks off. I am dreading summer. That's funny.
I know.
For every mom like Lauren who loves when her kids are home,
I do.
There's moms that want to get out of the damn house right now.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Actually, my kids started mocking me last week at the end of the week. He's like, oh, mommy's going to start going, oh, you only have a couple more days left of vacation. I love when you guys are home. Like, he was making fun of me because I do.
What are you going to do when they move out?
I don't know. That's an honest to goodness question. That's why I told Tony, I said, we need to start working on each other. We need to start finding a hobby or something, because otherwise it's really going to sting. We're going to stand there and stare at each other and be like, no, what do you want to do?
Maybe do couples ceramic painting.
I could see Tony being down for that.
We'll get a sports thing for him. Get a Browns helmet. He can do paint a ceramic Browns helmet.
Okay, that's going to last us for 2 weeks. Then what?
So you keep doing other things.
So we're going to have our house full of ceramic
Oh, my God. Imagine just ceramic
ceramics.
things everywhere that you two painted together with love. Can you imagine that? Do a Bernie Kosar.
That's like a nightmare.
Oh, everywhere you go, ceramics. This is getting weird.
Would you do that one yesterday? What about that one 2 weeks ago?
Just wait. Tomorrow we're doing a Jim Brown. Oh, it's going to be amazing. New music from Miley Cyrus. It's End of the World right here on today's hit music. Q92, 9:14. You got about 45 minutes. Head on over to the live video feed. Click the like button. Put Happy Mother's Day in the comments section to possibly be the morning show's final finalist for our Mother's Day contest. You'll still have chances with Nicolina. You'll still have chances with Ryan this afternoon. But for us, you got one more shot. Head over there and do that right now. We got a forecast coming up from Mark Johnson. Then we're going to be talking to our friends from CSE Federal Credit Union. They're going to be here in studio with us, Lauren. That's coming up.
Yeah, we're excited. Justin and Tim are waiting in the wings.
It's all coming up here on Q92. Don't forget, head on over to the live video stream. It's on Facebook, YouTube, and X. Q92 Radio on Facebook, Q92 Radio on YouTube, and at Q92 on X, where you can watch the live video stream of this morning show. Get on over there. Click the like button. Happy Mother's Day in the comments section. We'll get a finalist for our Mother's Day contest at the very end of this hour. But while you're over there, you can check out, we got some friends in studio here with us here this morning from CSE Federal Credit Union, Lauren.
Yeah, absolutely. Good morning, Tim. How are you?
Good morning. I'm good. How are you?
Good. You guys, never a stranger to the station or the show. We've had a long relationship with you guys, but
very long, yeah.
Yeah, we are so excited to have you guys on the morning show. I think this is the first time since I've been on the morning show we've had you guys in. So,
yeah, like you said, we've been around for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
I know I've been there for 16 years now, and been with you guys for a long time, a good portion of that. But yeah, I don't think we've ever been here in studio with you in the morning. So
well, I love
for us,
it.
It's exciting.
Yeah.
You're on the radio and you're on video. Probably didn't know that when you were walking in.
Yeah, did not expect
but
a
you guys
video,
look
but
great.
it's all right.
You guys look great.
Yeah, you guys look good.
You dress
Fine.
for it better than we do. So
Yeah.
that's fantastic.
Well, to be fair, we did get up a little earlier.
We did.
Yeah,
Okay.
we had time to get ready.
We
so
get
we're
dressed in
prepped.
the dark. So there's
No,
the
we had
difference.
the sun coming up. We're good.
Well, let's get into everything right now. Let's talk to you. You know, it's funny. Lauren and I were talking off air. She was saying how one of the biggest things I think that people don't understand is literally the difference between a bank and a credit union. I don't know that people even understand.
What I was telling him too, like when I was younger and like I was going to get like my first car loan, my dad was like, "You're going through the credit union." Like same with my family. Yes, my dad worked at RMI, Titanium, and Niles, and we went through the credit union. Everything was through the credit. For us, and he was like, "You're going through the credit union. Your rates are going to be lower." Yep. You know, like he gave me all these, and I'm like,
funny.
"Okay."
We both had that growing up. Yep.
Yeah.
That's great. That's still very much true and a part of the fabric of the credit unions. But like you said, you asked a question, Christian, what are the differences between banks and credit unions? And that's something we actually don't really get asked often anymore because people hear credit union, but they associate bank because banking is a verb. Mm-hmm. And that's what we tell people is, yeah, we do your banking or you can do your banking with us, but it's so much different and it means something more. And there's a lot of little intricate details. Most people, they wake up, was my debit card going to work? Is my online banking? Can I see how much money I have in my account? Can I transfer so that I can pay for my groceries? Well, yeah, you can do all that. But there's so much stuff on the other side that people don't realize. And it really boils down to something that people probably don't care about. We're a not-for-profit financial institution, which is different than banks. But we also are in the community and we care about the community. And credit unions started way back in the day, and you had to have some sort of common bond. So for us, we started as a teachers credit union in Canton. That's where the CSE stands or comes from. It was Canton School Employees. But now we serve anybody that lives, works, worships, does something in Stark, Summit, Portage, Tuscarawas, and Carroll County. So we're still very small in this. When you think of banks, you think of billions and billions of dollars. We're still small, but we're also large enough that we can do all of the things you expect from a bank. So I brought a friend with me today, Justin, who's our community guy. And he's going to share just a little bit more about what we do and really what sets us apart as far as a credit union goes. So.
Love it. Good morning, Justin.
Good morning. Good morning. What's up, guys? So for those that don't know me, I'm Justin Frazier, the community outreach coordinator here at the credit union. And I always say at the credit union, we're showing up like a soccer mom on the sidelines. We're passionate, we're present, and we're here to root everyone on. And Tim's right. The one thing that we love is that we get to get out there and be in the community and make sure that we're helping. And a lot of what we do is in the school system. So I often say that we mold the young. And when it comes to adults, we have to chisel them down. Mm-hmm. So we like to start in the high schools and the middle schools and teach that financial education. I often say that I wish I had that financial education when I was younger. Yeah. So that's the piece that we're really passionate about, especially being founded by 14 teachers. Our founding fathers were probably like, yeah, we got to teach the education piece to make sure that we're giving people the knowledge to use their money right. Yeah. And I often say wealth is not about how much money you have, but how you're using your money effectively. So we've been everywhere. We're in the schools, we're in the communities doing events, small businesses, and we're showing up and really keeping an ear to the ground, making sure that we're advocating for our members. Credit unions are very unique because we're member owned, and we also get to serve our members that own the credit union. So I love what I do. I love that I have the support of the credit union to get out there and just give people that leg up. Just the other day, we were talking to a younger group of kids that in middle school. And I said, you guys are getting even an extra leg on the high school students because you guys are getting a start early. And it's a beautiful thing when you can start early because just like anything, you're able to prepare. You're ready for anything that's going to come your way. So that's a little bit about what we do at the credit union as far as the community outreach piece. We also have our financial counseling that we offer at the credit union, a free resource for any of those that may be struggling and going, gosh, I really need to get a budget in place. And I often tell people a budget is like your financial workout. It starts off shaky. You know, anybody that's been to the gym is like, oh, I don't know if I can do this. But once you get in there a couple of times, you get some muscle. So, you know, we want to make sure that you got that budget going, that you got that financial muscle so that you can weather any storm that comes your way.
Yeah, no, I love that. I love that you guys are in the schools too. You know, we were just talking off air about my kids and all that kind of stuff. And with having a kid that graduated last year from high school, I did not realize that it's mandatory to have a financial literacy credit in the state of Ohio now in order to graduate, which I think is super important. I'm so glad. I do too, because I think it's so important that kids learn from an early age. Now, back in the day, and I'm not trying to date myself, we had the coolest economics project. We had to balance a checkbook for 2 weeks. Like, they literally gave us a fake checkbook from our local bank, and we had to go around and budget every purchase, but our teacher gave us the budget, like how much money we started with in our accounts. And it was the coolest exercise. So I am so glad to hear that you guys are going around and talking to kids in these schools. What's the most common questions you get from them? Because you've got to get some off the wall questions too, I'm sure.
Well, I think you might have actually just started with what is a checkbook and how do you balance that?
Right.
I know Justin will definitely speak more to this, but we have a lot of students that we'll talk to, and you can tell right away they don't have any clue what you're talking about. What is a check? I have a card that I swipe or that I tap or insert. They don't even know what swiping a card is anymore, because it's just
chip,
tap it,
Apple Pay, whatever.
But yeah, certainly the education is so important. But Justin, I'll let you answer kind of what some of those questions are.
Yeah, I pride myself on relevance. So the thing is Tim said it. What's a ledger book? What's a checkbook? Kids don't know that anymore. So we talk about the trend to spend, right? So you can tap to pay, you can get online, you can spend a lot of money really quick. We like to talk to the kids about the power of saving. So many people want to get you out there spending money, influencers, buy the Nut Stanley. What about saving for that rainy day? Mm-hmm. So I go into schools and I make saving cool. Let's make saving cool. Can we bring that back? Let's, the trend to spend, let's save some money. Let's get you in the right position so that you have a good personal finance foundation. Mm-hmm. We often say, instead of being transactional at the credit union, we're transformative. So we want to make sure that we're empowering these young individuals to go out there and be able to encounter any financial hurdle that they might come upon. Because, student loan debt is a big one.
We could do a whole show just on that.
Student loan debt is crazy. So we talk about ways to mitigate that. Community college, it's cool to kind of figure things out before you go into maybe a bigger name school or maybe doing some trade programs. So we're very much involved with the youth, but we're still involved with the adults as well, because, coming out of the pandemic, inflation happened, wages are still stagnant, and people are dealing with a lot of debt. So they're needing some help of, how do I pay this debt off and still sustain all my bills? And that's where our financial counseling program comes in to kind of help people to just get those affordable financial products. So.
Yeah, and I think that's a good point too, because I think all those things you just said are true, but I think a lot of people out there are living day to day, and a lot of people are doing paycheck to paycheck, and they don't necessarily know, or think even man, there's a way I could eventually get on a path to get out of this or get to a better spot. And people I think they kind of just accept where they're at and don't realize they can reach out to people like you that can get them on a path to a better financial place. And there is, there is a way to get to a better place. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Kristen, I think you kind of just nailed it on the head. So people do I think a lot of people are really stuck in the reality is what the reality is, not that there's other options out there. Mm-hmm. And, you have your, I won't throw bank names around, but your big bank account, and you're just used to paying a $5 monthly fee to have that account, or you're used to being limited or only being able to do things the way the bank wants it to do. So, at the credit union, we are, again, member owned. So our members, you become a member of the credit union and you are a part owner. You are part of a democratic setup for the credit union. And that means something. Our board members are all members. They're all local. They're volunteer. Again, we're nonprofit. So we're not reaching out to all these investors to make money. We are returning any profits we have in the form of lower fees or fewer fees or no fees in some cases. We have a free checking account that is still free, and it has a rewards debit card. Wow. There's no minimums. There's no monthly fees. There's none of this stuff. And we've got loan rates that are as competitive or maybe better than anywhere else you're going to find. So, so there are options. There are alternatives. Our whole point is to help you make the most of your money. You don't have a lot of it, so you don't need to be spending that on your banking.
Yeah,
no
no,
reason for
it's
that.
true. Well, and you go in, like, for me, like, and I won't even mention who we bank with, but if we use our debit card at a retailer more than X amount of times each month, we get a service fee assessed. And that's like your cash back option. Like if you want to get $20 cash back, like at, a merchant or something, when you're making another purchase, if I do that too many times, I get dinged by my bank.
Yeah. So Lauren, there's an alternative.
It's called
And you're
CSE
looking
Federal
at it
Credit
right here.
Union.
So, yeah. So we don't have that.
He's like, you know who doesn't do that?
Right.
You want to use
We
your debit
don't.
card twice a month? You want to use your debit card 200 times a month? It's
Yeah.
your debit card. And for us, it's a very great way to access your money. For us, it's our biggest, single greatest, I don't know what I just said, our single greatest member touch point. So we have 49,000 members, and of that, about 38,000 of them have debit cards with us, and they use them a lot, and they don't get fees for it.
Yeah.
So
No, I love that. I think a lot of times too, like you start with a bank, right? When you are young, and for us, and this, I shouldn't even admit this because I think it's probably super irresponsible, but you stick with them no matter how many times they got bought and sold. I'm on my third bank, and I've never moved my account. I've never moved my account.
yeah, I'm sure you've probably seen ads or heard radio spots or done other things where you hear of a local bank that is now being bought out. And if you look at that bank's Facebook page, some of those people say the exact same thing. This is my fifth or sixth bank, and I've not switched.
Right. My account stays there. I just get new branding, new checkbook with a new bank name on it, and a different routing number.
Right. And then you hope you have the right one when you go out places to pay for things. So for us, we've been around since 1938, and we've always been Canton School Employees Federal Credit Union, now CSE Federal Credit Union. We have taken on one other credit union, and that's because back in the early 2000s, they had a devastating fire and could not service their members. And it was a small credit union, so we took them on. Nobody's ever bought, nor will they ever buy, CSE Federal Credit Union. So
I love that.
Same credit union for 87 years. My quick math's off, but yeah.
No, that's amazing. Well, we appreciate you guys coming in, and I love that, being able to figure out, I mean, it's really more personal. It's not getting bought and sold. It's having someone you can sit down with and trust and talk to with lower fees, lower rates, things like that. If you're looking for a bank, CSE Federal Credit Union is the answer. Credit union being the operative word here. But we appreciate you guys coming out and talking to us this morning.
Yeah,
and
we appreciate you having us.
we need to have you guys back because I think our listeners would love, I'm sure they have questions.
We would love to know what people want to hear about. So
Yeah.
fraud and scams are, running rampant.
That's what I was just going to say.
So
Yeah.
that is a huge thing. That we'd love
Of
to talk
course.
about.
I think that would be cool because we've had all kinds of people in here, realtors and veterinarians. I mean, our listeners are super engaged. They love asking questions when they can get advice. So we'll have to have you guys back.
Well, perfect. We'll do that.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us.
CSC Federal Credit Union, thank you guys for being in studio with us here this morning. It's Lola Young. It's 9:32. It's messy. It's Q.
talented.
I was for a play in high school. I was the guy that would pull the curtain, play the music, and all that.
You
backstage.
you were a stagehand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me and my friend, we called him Starman, Jason Stratus, we were backstage. We had a bucket of Kentucky Fried Chicken, and we were just back there chilling, doing all the stuff, following the script.
You were allowed to eat on the stage?
Yeah, they let us.
Oh.
He was a different cat, and you weren't really going to tell him what to do, even in high school.
Like even the teachers knew that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And I don't mean in a bully way. Some people are built different.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Well, for instance, he served in the military, was in Iraq, got shot, and was just so pissed he got shot. He was so mad. Like, I don't know.
I think most would be upset about it.
He told me the story. It was one of the funniest things. I've never heard anyone tell a story like that. I was like, well, what?
I don't think anybody's going to get shot and just be like, oh, goody.
I was like, were you scared? I was like, no, I was pissed. I was like, and that's why he was allowed to bring Kentucky Fried Chicken to the play. Full circle.
Got it.
And he really wasn't in no way a bully. He was just that dude. He was that farm kid that
he's going to do what he wants. Yeah.
Strong as hell. Just, yeah. He was a teddy bear until it was time not to be.
Right.
I remember mouthing off to him one time and thinking, well, I'm going to die. I remember doing that.
And you didn't.
During a football game.
Yeah.
I could have.
Oh.
I can tell you right now. And my toughest.
Those are the ones that you want to be friends with.
Yeah. You ever, I don't know, you guys probably, and I'm not judging you because I'm a sissy, but you ever puff up and realize immediately, like, I should not have done this?
Yeah, when I was younger to my dad.
I mean, like in a fight, it could have been a fight situation.
Yeah, when I got my butt kicked.
Like, I remember,
remember the fight I told you about?
Yeah, you were in a fight.
I did. My mouth went, woo, and my body went.
But I mean, in that moment, was there any moment where you were like, this might have been a very bad idea?
Yeah.
I remember getting into it with him over something during a football game, and I yelled at him, and we had like a eye-to-eye stare down, where I was like, I was pissed, but I was like, this is gonna end terribly for me. Even mad.
Did you say it out loud?
No,
I would.
No, because I was committed. My chips were on the table, but I remember we were staring at each other, and he was looking at me like, "Am I gonna have to kick your ass?" And I was looking at him like, "Yes."
Gotcha. Yeah.
And I know I might have looked tough, but I'm telling you, I knew like this was a terrible life decision I just made.
Yeah.
Luckily, cooler heads prevailed, but I remember I was like, I'm gonna get it. No one ever had a moment like that, Jake. I imagine no.
Not really, no.
Yeah, I don't see you getting any. Not that I was any rumbles.
No, I talked back, and then all of a sudden I'm like,
but you were mad, right?
I was mad.
You were ready to go.
Well, I kept trying to defend my stance. I'm like, I don't understand. I mean, maybe she was onto something because we did end up dating later, but in that moment, we weren't dating. Like, she was upset because it was Thanksgiving weekend. They were home from college. We were going to go see a movie. Her boyfriend, well, not boyfriend, love interest, whatever, had no car up here, was down at school.
Mm-hmm.
And so he needed picked up so we could all go to a movie together. And she wasn't done with her family yet. And he was like, I need to get out of my house. Come get me. Let's wait on her. It was completely innocent at that point.
Yeah, but she did not see it that way.
No. Then I was getting pushed over the hedges and, my
you
hair
mouthed
torn
off
out.
first, didn't you?
I sure
There
did.
you
I
go.
mouthed off. And then the next thing I know, I see Sky and, I'm laying in the grass in the front yard.
Yeah. I think
I was trying to defend my stance. Like, I'm not doing anything wrong here. And she's like,
proud of you for listening.
heck you aren't.
proud of you for trying to stand your ground. Doesn't always work the way we think, but I'm proud of you for doing it. on board.
Yeah.
Just so you know. That one was Timberlake. A lot of people don't even know he's in that song.
Yeah, I don't know that I did.
Really? That's him singing the chorus.
Yeah.
People killing, people
I
dying.
was never like a huge Black Eyed Peas fan.
No.
I don't know why.
I liked him better with Fergie.
Well, yeah, because she's Fergalicious.
She was.
I'm
She
serious.
absolutely was.
Yeah. Then she had to become a mom.
Well,
Happy Mother's Day, Fergie.
she warned you not to funk with her heart. And some of you did. And now look where we're going.
Apparently.
Remember when she's doing flips on the Today Show?
Yes. It was so awkward.
Miles Smith stargazing. It's Q92. I don't know. He's over that now. He pretty much is all about monster trucks, Hot Wheels, Ninja Turtles, and unfortunately Chuggington right now. And still cars. He's still very much into cars.
Do they still have fun, like Disney commercials and things like that? Like they used to have Choo Choo Soul with Genevieve.
Choo Choo Soul.
Oh my gosh, it was my
I remember her.
favorite. Yes. All aboard the choo choo
Yeah.
train. Yeah. Oh my gosh. All aboard choo choo.
Never heard of that, my house.
Oh, she was with Genevieve.
Yeah, I follow her on Instagram actually.
Really? What's
Yeah.
she look like now?
I
Is she
believe
so
you do.
pretty?
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet.
Who's pretty?
Genevieve.
And what show is she from?
Well, it wasn't really a show. It was
It was like a
more
commercial, like
yeah.
I don't short thing.
Yeah, it was like a short. It was called Choo Choo Soul.
No, sorry. You should have him watch The Wonder Pets.
Wonder Pets, we're on our way. Yes, that is a great one.
Never heard of that either.
Oh my gosh. They're animals that save other animals in trouble. There's an animal in trouble. Yeah.
Or you need to look up Singing Time with Alex and Leah on YouTube. No.
Okay, I haven't heard of that one. Have you, Jake?
Nope.
Me
You lost me
neither.
there.
Wow. It's not often you lose Jake when you're talking about kid shows.
I know, right?
And you just did. Singing with Alex and Leah on YouTube. I don't know who they are. But maybe I'll look into that.
I need to look up Genevieve now. I feel like she's a long lost friend that I should follow on Instagram.
So she had a show, but it was just shorts. It wasn't like a real show.
Choo Choo Soul was just kind of like a break with songs and I don't know.
My kids are big Miss Rachel fans.
Okay. I've heard
On the
of it.
text line. I've heard of her, never watched her.
Yeah.
Never watched her.
What was it with Warehouse Mouse, Jake? What was that called?
Warehouse Mouse?
Yeah.
Imagination Movers?
That was it.
Yep.
Yeah. Good job.
Boy, Jake, you can't get Jake to say a word for nothing. You start bringing up your shows on Nickelodeon.
I think Jake
Disney.
and I could hang out and watch old kid shows the whole day,
Absolutely.
and I would be totally fine with it.
Hit music. It is Q92. Lauren, last chance for everybody.
Yeah, head over to Facebook, YouTuber X, if you'd like to become our very last finalist for the morning show. For the morning show, you're still going to be able to become a finalist with Nicolina and Ryan this afternoon. But if you want to be our very latest finalist for this Mother's Day package, the Tory Burch Bag filled with train tickets, also that bouquet of flowers from D House Flowers and Alliance, and that $250 spa package from Seven Wonders Aesthetic Spa in Jackson, you're going to want to go over to the Facebook page, give it a like, in the comments drop Happy Mother's Day. One of you is going to become our very latest finalist. And don't forget, guys, if you haven't gotten the mom in your life something special, head to sevenwonders.beauty and just book her an appointment for a spa service. She'll love it, and you'll thank us later.
Go do it right now. It's Q92. Time to get one more finalist. Our final finalist for our awesome Mother's Day contest for the Tory Burch Bag, the train tickets, 7 Wonder Spa, $250 package, the D-Hoff's flowers. We're giving it away tomorrow. This is your last chance to become a finalist with us. You had to go over to the live video stream, click the like button, put Happy Mother's Day in the comments section. You did that. And now it's time to see if Lauren's going to randomly select you and make you a finalist. Lauren, who are we picking today?
Today is Melanie Hunter.
Melanie Hunter. Congrats, a nice family. Melanie Hunter. Beautiful family portrait there. Everyone in beautiful.
Look at her.
Look at that greenery behind you.
She's mom and heart in that picture.
Love it. All right, Melanie, you're in the running. You might get the phone call from us tomorrow. Now, you still got chances with Nicolina and with Ryan this afternoon. So keep listening for that cue to call. Could happen anytime. And if you are a finalist, tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock, we're calling one of you and making your day. Making your Mother's Day, to be honest with you. Then, brand new contest.
It's a big one.
We announce it. We kick it off. We get finalists for it.
Listen, if you listen to the station like religiously, you know we've been on a roll. And it's not ending anytime soon. There's no end in sight, actually.
So Jordan Miller will be joining us around 8:30 tomorrow morning. So looking forward to that show. Enjoy the rest of your day. Should be a nice one. Hopefully you enjoy it. And we'll be back tomorrow. Like I said, Nicolina's in here next. Jake, anything for the good people?
Love you. Bye.
And thank you to our friends at CSE Federal Credit Union for coming in as well.
Tim, Justin, Sharon, thank you guys so much.
Thank you guys for coming in. And thank you to Rich DeRocher from the Pro Football Hall of Fame as well. We'll catch you guys tomorrow morning. Selena Gomez, Benny Blanco, it's Blue as Flame on Q92.